Hello, this is just a little demo tutorial to show you how to create a video, and on top of that video we're just going to add an object and move that object around over that video. So where this may be of use is if you were to create a Star Wars type video of two people fighting. You could video the people with their hand movements, and then you would create the lightsabers afterwards over the top of the video that you've actually just taken. So this is just going to show you the principle of how to do it. So I'm going to right click on this box, just going to get rid of this for the moment. So I'll right click, I'm going to press the delete key, and I'm going to delete that. And what I will do is I'll add instead a mesh, which is a UV sphere. It's a bit rough, so I'm going to smooth it by clicking on this icon here, and then I'm going to colour it by going to the materials, adding a new material, and we'll just set the colour to say something down here. So we've actually created the object now. This is the object I want to put over the top of the video. So to get to my video, I'm going to split the screen. I can't left click and drag up here, that bit doesn't work for some reason, but if I take the line below and I left click and drag, I can now split the screen in two. So this is the workspace area that I'm going to put my video in. So I'm going to change the view to be video view, so it says video sequence editor. So I'm going to click that, select that, and I can either have the timeline or the video that I see, or I can use this one, which is both. So I've got the timeline, I've got the video area, and this is my scene area I want to add over the top of this video. So let's add the video to this timeline. So I'll go to add, and I shall add the movie, and I'll select a particular video that I've already got. And on that timeline, it puts both the audio and the actual video that you see itself. So I'm just going to move these to the front of the timeline. So I'm going to right click on the audio, and I'm just going to drag that over to there, beginning somewhere. Left click will keep that in place. Again, do the same with this. Just drag that over there, just click, okay. So I've now got a scene and I've now got a video, but I also want to get this scene on top of this video. So I go to the add and I add my scene onto my video. So it gives me the edit strip of the scene down here, which I shall just drag that over to the left. And it's a bit long there, it's about 250 keyframes there. So I'm just going to, in this box up here, if I go to this corner and I left click and I get the right place, that's it. I then show the parameters for these strips. So I'm going to edit this strip, and I'm going to make it, give the length of say 75. And I'm going to bring down the opacity to half. So I need enough, half. I'm also going to go into the video itself, so I'm right clicking that area there, and I shall bring the opacity of that down to that half. And you'll notice that the ball, what's in the scene, is starting to appear over the actual video itself. Now it's not very bright and it's a bit opaque, so if I want to improve that, I can go to the blend and I shall set the video to being an alpha under. Now that's better. You can see the ball now, it's much better, it's much brighter, and it's right in front of the video itself. I'm just going to scale this down a little bit. This is a bit big, so I'll press S on my keyboard, and I'm just going to make it perhaps a bit smaller. Now So I now want to move this around on this video. So the best way to do that is to see what the camera is actually looking at. So if I go to view, and I go to cameras, and I'll set it to the active camera, then this scene here, just drag this down a little bit, this scene here is actually what we're seeing over here. So I now want to move this over here. So let's just drag that down the left hand corner, and what we'll do is we're going to insert a keyframe on the timeline. So there's the keyframes, and we're going to insert a location rotation scale keyframe. So that's effectively starting a ball down in this corner. If I move the timeline to say there, and then what I'll do is I'll just drag the ball over to here, and then shall insert keyframe again, and I'll move the keyframe down here on the timeline to there. I'll just drag my object up here. It's just to show you the movement. Insert keyframe, put the timeline there, and drag that over here. Insert keyframe, timeline to there, drag that down to there, insert keyframe, and finally put that there. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scale this object up. So I'm just going to press the S key and just scale it up, and I shall insert a keyframe. So I want to see what that looks like. So what I will do is up here, I'm going to select timeline, I'm going to change that to 75, and I'm going to play it, and down here you should actually hopefully see the movement of this ball around the video. There we go. So we're now actually starting to move that ball around the video. Right. So I now want to create an AVI video file that I can see with all this. So the way to do it is this icon down here, this one here. I'll just click on that, and it will now start to render this to a file. Up here you can see the keyframes it's actually working with and how fast it's going. That's probably about one every half a second I would imagine. So we'll give this just another minute and it should get there. And when it creates the AVA files in the folders, it seems to give it a name that corresponds to the length of the file. So I'll see a file which has got a 75 in there, and that's the one that I've just created. So not too much longer, 60, 61. So we're just about, yeah, there we go. So nice and slow. So if I go to my folder, so I go to my Blender folder, and I save my renders in this folder here. You can see that there's the 75. This is what I'm talking about. So there's two that I've created. This one here should be the latest with a bit of luck. So you can see there's the actual movement. So it's great. It's a great little tool for having your video and then being able to add something over the top of that. You can even, if you wanted to, add another video over the top of that in a similar sort of process. But it should give you the flexibility to create better type animations. So hopefully, if you're a beginner, you found that useful, or in the case of me, when I come back in 6 months' time to see what I did with Blender, I can remind myself how to actually use this. So I hope you found that helpful. Thank you for watching. Thank you.